Hey guys, today I'm going to take you through some of the recording techniques that I use on acoustic guitars. I'm working on an album from an artist called Tom Folks. He's writing some great stuff at the moment. And I'm going to take you through some of the EQ, some of the processing, some of the mic setups that I use to get the sounds on his album. So check it out. So this is a track called Winter. And the microphone setup I used on this was a combination of two microphones. One was a Neumann KM84 and one was a ribbon microphone, which is similar to a Royer 121. The KM84 was used just to get a bit of the zing and a bit of the high end, and the ribbon microphone kind of makes up the warmer, lower mid-range and just kind of fills in the spaces that the KM84 doesn't take, because for this track I wanted really the acoustic guitars to carry most of the song. So I could really afford to fill out the sound of the acoustic guitar. It didn't really need to fit in a mix. I really wanted just to make it as big and as large as possible. This is what the KM84 sounds like by itself. And this is what the ribbon microphone sounds like by itself. And the two in combination sound like this. So you can hear that ribbon microphone doesn't add any more to the top end. It doesn't give any more detail, but it just gives that real warmth and fills out that lower mid-range and kind of gives that whole track a nice warm, and the whole acoustic guitar sound a really warm feel to it and a big feel to it as well. And what I did for this track, I did basically track it twice with the exact same setup, just pan one left and pan one right, just to get a really nice bounce to the stereo feel, and really fill in and really kind of encapsulate the listener and enclose in the listener to that acoustic guitar sound. So this is what the two left and right tracks sound like all together. With the microphone placements, I did place them pointing towards the 12th fret, but I did angle them away from the hole a little bit just to negate any of the woofiness that comes out of the hole, and just so it cleans up that sound a little bit, just using a slight angle towards that 12th fret and away from the hole. Now to the processing, I didn't process at all the ribbon microphone on the way in. It didn't really need anything. But I did process the KM84 a little bit. I gave it a little bit of high-end EQ. Firstly, I gave it a boost of about 1 to 2 dB at 5K just to really bring out the pick sounds. And I brought also, it was about 14K. I added about 3 dB just to give it a bit more air and a bit more life and a bit more jangle up the top. I did also compress on the way in. I had an 1176 on the KM84 as well, just to keep it under control, with a relatively slow attack and a fast release on it. And it wasn't really compressing too much, just to grab the loudest peaks really, and just to control those, somewhere around 2 to 3 dB of compression. And that was the same for both takes really. And as I said, the ribbon microphone wasn't compressed at all. So what you're hearing is basically the raw sound with the compression and EQ of what's coming into the door. So I like to kind of process and get things as close as I can when I'm tracking. So that's the acoustic guitar sound for Tom Folks' Winter. Hope that helps you out.